Good evening, Baldy families. Welcome to the 2020 version of the Back to School Night. I just wanted to thank you for being here and watching my link. If you are probably a parent or guardian of class 815 or 816. If your kid is not an 815 or 816, then you are probably in the wrong spot. So assuming that everyone here is supposed to be here, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Dan Hilson. I am one of the 8th grade math and science teachers here at Baldy Middle School. And I just wanted to talk to you today about some of the things we'll be covering this year, as well as the expectations we have for virtual learning. A little bit about me. I have been teaching for 18 years, largely in the middle school setting. If you couldn't tell from all the hair loss up here. The majority of my time has been teaching math and or science. I do have a master's degree in education. I'm certified in several subject areas, including middle school math and science. I have a wife named Erin, who is also in education, and I have 2 sons of my own, 8 and 5. Older one, Daniel. Younger one, Alex. You can see them in the picture there. They are also both doing virtual learning, so you can imagine what fun we're having in our household trying to teach them as we do our jobs. I thought maybe the most important piece of information I could give you guys tonight would be how to get in touch with us. The 8th grade contact information should be up on the screen right now. Pretty much anyone that you need to get in touch with this year should be up there. If you have further questions about something that might not fall under any of these categories, you can certainly let me know and I'll get you in touch with the right person. I've highlighted my information up there. My email address is there, dhilson@philasd.org. I'm just going to pause for a second and allow you guys to take a snapshot with your phones if you're interested. You can see Mrs. Nusky, the 8th grade assistant principal up there, the guidance counselor, the deans, Mrs. Ahern for special education, and then the other teachers for 815 and 816. I would like to point out that in addition to email, Class Dojo is a way that we communicate often. And I believe that a lot of you have already heard from me or been connected to me through Class Dojo. If you are not and you would like to be, you can email me at my address up here on the screen, dhilson@philasd.org, and I will send you an invite to join Class Dojo. It's a great way for me to just send quick messages out to families, let them know what's going on. I just wanted to break down our math and science years for you guys so you know kind of what's going on in class. Our focus in math in 8th grade is preparing for algebra. That will be the first class they take when they go to high school. So we do a lot of focus on algebraic concepts. So kind of a breakdown of what our year will look like. We cover multi-step equations, which is what we're working on right now. We cover slope and linear equations. We cover rational and irrational numbers. We cover transformations. We cover systems of equations. We cover bivariate data and trend lines. We do volume, we do angles, and we do Pythagorean theorem. So these are all the big topics we're going to hit this year. In terms of sources, students will be doing a lot of work out of their Envision workbook. This workbook should have been picked up already at Baldy. If you have not had an opportunity, please schedule a trip up there. I believe Wednesdays the school is open. If Wednesdays do not work for you, please let me know and I will try to schedule a time that's more convenient for you. In addition to the Envision workbook, most of student work will be assigned through Google Classroom, so every student should have Google Classroom access. And then there's also an online program called Imagine Math that students can get through their student portal that we'll use this year as well. For math, a calculator is needed. There's a lot of work we can do that's not going to be mental math. And so a calculator is absolutely going to be needed. We do square roots, cube roots, we do graphing. So a graphing calculator is preferred, but at minimum, a calculator that can do square roots and cube roots is required. Just another word on that. Most smartphones have the capabilities we need. So if your student has a smartphone with a calculator, that might suffice. So you might want to check that out before you go spend any money on a calculator. Science here at a glance, our focus is going to be on life science in 8th grade. You can see the breakdown on the board right now. Cell structure and function, genetics, ecosystems, reproduction, food webs, mutations, photosynthesis, natural selection are all topics we're going to cover this year, in addition to a few more. The sources for science, there is no workbook for science. The sources will be provided online. There is a program through Achieve called eScience that students will be assigned work out of as well, and most of their work will be assigned through Google Classroom. So as you can see, both in the math and the science classrooms, Google Classroom plays a huge role in terms of students being able to access assignments. Expectations. So as you probably have seen this before, but in case you have not, we kind of break down a student responsibility into 2 parts, live and flex work. So live work is the work they'll do with me in class. Flex work is the work that they're expected to do outside of class in their own time. And so pretty much every single day they'll have assignments that are in-class assignments. They are participating, they are sharing their thoughts, they're asking their questions to me, and then they're going to sign off, and they have half an hour worth of flex work that might be an assignment on Google Classroom, it might be Imagine Math. There are a lot of different options for flex work, and the key takeaway there should be that students are working on their own. Any questions they have, they can still reach out to their teacher, but it's not an online live session. It's independent work. Google Classroom, all students should be familiar with Google Classroom, how to get there. The link to my meetings is also on Google Classroom. So that's really the central hub for what work they're doing in math and in science this year. If there are any questions or problems accessing Google Classroom, please let me know. I'd be happy to walk through any parents or any students that need help getting there. Participation is huge. I really should have highlighted this one. Guys, in this virtual setting, the biggest way I have to really tell if your students are understanding anything is their participation. I have a lot of students that already kind of turn off their cameras and then don't really comment the remainder of the class, and I feel like that's one of those things that really makes it tough on me to understand what kind of comprehension your student is having. So it's really, really big, especially in the virtual part of this year, that participation is happening. And I just want to make it clear that participation could be a lot of things. Participation doesn't have to be talking on the microphone. It could be typing in chat. It could be asking questions. It could be emailing me with questions. There are a lot of different ways for your students to reach out and to participate in my class besides just to talk into a microphone. So if you have a shy child, please rest assured I am willing to accept participation in many, many forms. So please encourage them to do so. It really is the main way I have of grading students at this point is what kind of engagement they're showing in virtual learning. It's a really tough setting for formal tests. So it turns out engagement is really the key component when I go to say this student is or is not focused in participating in class. I had mentioned Class Dojo before. If I have issues with a student in class, you might hear from me through Class Dojo. It's a quick way to reach out. It goes both ways. So if you guys have quick questions for me, Dojo is an awesome way just to message me. I'm pretty sure that anyone that has messaged me so far, I hope that I've gotten back to you. If not, I'm so sorry. But at this point, I believe that many of you have heard from me through Dojo. Attendance is really important, guys. Please make sure your students are logging on daily. Their day starts at 8:11 in the morning and ends. The last live session should end, I believe, at 2:45, and then they have a half-hour flex work, so their day ends at 3:15. Please make sure students are logged in each and every day. If your student is going to be absent or they're sick or you guys are away, there is a Google Form absence note. If you have not heard of this before or you have no idea how to access it, please let me know. I can send you that link, but it's really simple. It's just a way to submit your absence notes online so that they account as an excused absence and not as an unexcused absence. And finally, parent portal. So anyone that's returning to Baldy, hopefully you're familiar with this already, but you guys have access to student gradebooks. You can go in there at any point in time, check out their attendance, check out their assignments, check out their test scores. I will warn you a bit in advance, in math and science, we're still waiting on grading policies to come down for the district, so I have not really entered math grades as of yet. But if you have any real concerns about your students' progress and would like to contact me, I'd be happy to share what I have so far. But typically and moving forward, Parent Portal is a great way to check out grades and to see where people are. So if you have any questions about Parent Portal, any questions about your students' progress, please let me know, and I'd be happy to speak with you about that one-on-one. I think that's going to do it for us. I only had 5 to 8 minutes, and hopefully this was useful. I encourage you guys through Dojo, through email, please let me know if there's anything I didn't cover that you would like to discuss. I'd be happy to do so. Thank you so much for being here. I'm looking forward to a great school year. It's really it started off well. I'm really enjoying meeting your kids, and I'm looking forward to the remainder of it. So have a great night. And again, don't hesitate to reach out if you need me. Thank you.